Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. You would have seen a week or two ago now, we were out kayaking, Stephen and I. Steve was on to try out his inflatable kayak, and that was a fantastic trip, to be honest. We really enjoyed that. But this week he's been good enough to take me out on his dirt bikes. He's got a couple of adventure bikes. If you've seen his channel, a little Beta 390 and the 690 KTM here. So yeah, we just had to do an overnighter, a little quick one. But we're really looking forward to getting out on the bikes and having a great ride and getting amongst nature and so forth. So this will fit in well with my minimalist camping idea, guys. We use the same equipment, we'll go on the panniers of this thing as I take in the canoe and the car when I'm hiking. So anyway, we'll get on with the trip and we'll talk to you later on.
Just pulled up at Hawthorn Bridge, the usual water check. Here's the 690, he's going well, he hasn't dropped it yet. Road conditions are appalling. Absolutely appalling. Lots of 20mm loose rock and about 2 inches deep, so yeah, about 50mm deep of loose rock they've just put over the road. So the road conditions were bloody shite. But yeah, water's down. It's still fairly high for this time of year, to be honest. It's between Christmas and New Year, so water's down a bit, sorry, a bit higher than what it normally would be this time of year. So yeah, probably still no river crossings for us. So yeah, we'll go by the bridges. Anyway, we'll keep moving. I always get itchy syndrome when I fucking get going.
Itchy what, sorry?
I get itchy syndrome.
What's
when
that?
My ear gets itchy or my nose gets itchy or...
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Alright.
Yeah, good. It's just getting used to it squirreling a little bit here and there, you know.
Yeah,
Obviously
yeah.
I need to get used to going off camber corners and, you know.
That's the worst bit of road you can ever get, that bit of road there.
Yeah.
They chuck loose rock on it.
Yep.
And they do the same for this bit of road as well, and that one you can see. And that's the worst riding you can get, you know.
Yeah, you can just sort of, you know, obviously this thing's got plenty of torque on it, just, yeah, the squirrels at the back a bit. It's okay. Just when I get used to it again, that's all. So I take it obviously very easy on the corners and the off cambers and all that shit, so.
Yeah, just so, you've got to work on, I say this to Flynn, you know, there's lots of places to go fast, but corners and fucking crests on hills are the two places you don't go fast.
That's right, correct. So that's why I'm sort of hanging back, you know.
Yeah.
And of course I also hung back because dust, couldn't see the road.
Yeah. there's we crossed that river going down. That's the one I avoided, the river crossing.
Yeah.
It's probably not that far down to the river to see if there's a camp spot there, you know.
Down here?
Down here, yeah.
Go and have a look.
But it's a dead end. Oh, not a dead end, we have to come back, you know. So.
Yeah, that's right. Go and have a look. That guy came, oh, that guy just came out of there though, isn't he?
Oh, he was parked there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's the time? Yeah, it's only 4:45. Let's go and have a look.
I'll find my bearings, make sure I'm barking up the wrong tree, the right tree.
Make sure you are where you think you are.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, that's the one. There's a river crossing down here. I've had to turn around before and come back out. It's probably only 4 k's probably, so we might as well go down and have a look.
Yeah.
Keep going that way, you know, so yeah.
Yeah. Have a look.
Looking at a bit of single trail there, we should have a crack at that.
There you go.
So I expect the bases to be loaded everywhere, Paul. We might just end up pulling over on the side of the road. Yep.
Just let him get out of the dust, guys. Way too dusty right up his ass, that's for sure.
I set up my tent, had 2 beers, and we're still waiting for you. I thought I'd better come back.
So guys, just a tip, if you're ever taking out a guy who hasn't ridden for about 15 or 16 years, probably not a good idea to take him down a goat track that most Dakar riders will struggle on.
This is super
and
easy.
Then when you get to the bottom, the guy turns around and has the audacity to say, "Oh, what's taking you so bloody long?" I mean, seriously.
Hard, I'll take you on some hard stuff, but this is pretty good. You've got good traction here, so yeah.
There's a couple of points where you might have noticed the rope behind me. I was actually rappelling down with the bike. Fairly steep. There was 3 4-wheel drives that had rolled over on the side. You probably couldn't see those guys. But she's good. She's fine. It's good for a learner. No, it's all fine.
Good. There's people down there. Nice girl in a bikini, actually.
Well, can I go and have a look?
She was winking at me, so sorry.
That's not winking. That's flipping you the bird.
Oh, no,
you dirty old man. You expect me to get back up there? Have you got a rope?
That's fucking good fun. This is easy riding.
This is easy riding.
You want to go down there further, it gets a bit more difficult. That's why I rushed back up.
I figured it was getting a bit rough, and I could see the back wheel coming around beside me because I was on the front wheel balance, right? So
just keep, when you go up hills, just keep the power on, mate. Be aggressive, you know. That's the big thing. If you back off, you'll
I'm not going to be up there till about bloody January, mate. Well, I'm going.
I'll show you how it's going.
No more roads like this, dickhead. Unbelievable, guys. Unfreaking believable. I gotta tell you, he's loving it. Well, the good news is there's no cars to worry about down this way. No one's that bloody stupid. But this bike is just brilliant, I gotta tell you guys. Love the bike. A little bit heavier than what I'm used to. I'm used to just a dirt bike, not a full AD vibe bike with panniers, but we'll get in amongst and get back up. pretty gnarly, guys. Problem was I shouldn't have stopped the talk. Should have just kept going through that section. It'd probably been a lot easier, but wait for the young fella to come up. Hear the bike fan going in the background, just cooling the engine back down. Gotta tell you though, she's a whole lot of fun. Here it comes, on the song. That's a nice sound, isn't it? Yeah, Dakar boys have got nothing on me, mate.
Fucking hell. So this will do, I think. Just sort of found a tucked away little spot down beside a creek. There's me 690 in its all its finery. A very tentative rider. Good work, Scalapino.
Nice.
This will have to do us, mate.
This will be fine. All to ourselves.
Yeah, beautiful. Nice and quiet. We can get naked if we want to.
Guys, this is the track we've just come in on. It's my bike. Brother's 380. Absolute weapon of a bike. A bit of a fire pit down here. Not sure if big signal. I go in the shadow there. That looks pretty good. Stephen just gone down to a track down there to have a bit of a look. But yeah. Great work out the old motorbike. Bloody awesome. 690 is an absolute weapon of a thing. Beast. Just crawls up anything. Full disclosure, full transparency, had it off. We're coming back over that place where I was bitching about being, you have to be a Dakar rider, and we got back up and there was a really deep muddy section where the four-wheel drives had gone through and put a couple of really deep ruts in. I got on the wrong side of that, tried to cross over it, dropped it, all good. I bailed, let Steve pick it up, he's younger and fitter than me. And yeah, but he stood it back up again, up she went, straight back up the hill. And probably about 20 minutes to here. And yeah, looking pretty good. Nice and warm still, 10 to 6. Doesn't get dark till about 8:30, so we're just gonna scout around, get the beers in the water, and we'll set ourselves up at camp. Right, just come down for a little fish here. Steve just got his lure down there. Just dropping into a little hole just down around there. Nice little deep black hole we're trying to get a trout in, a lure into. And more importantly, the beers are down there. So just going to flick a few lures into here. I'll show you the other side. I think it might get down over into there. Just flick back up into that way there, guys. We'll have a look. Just come down to grab a beer. See if the great white whale here falls in the water. Haven't seen any trout so far. Certainly a beautiful, clean river. This is very typical of the rivers you get in the Victorian high country and mountains. Just beautiful, clear streams. Just absolutely beautiful. Lovely cold water. And usually teeming with trout, but of course, as it is these days, a lot of areas aren't getting fished out. So anyway, you never know your luck. Go.
Hi guys. Well guys, this is it sort of guys, so we're just doing the guys thing and we're saying guys a lot. See you later guys.
So I'm getting a whole lot of flack here for saying guys too much, apparently. So, folks, the fishing was a no-go. I think that's probably my fault. I'm a bit of a jinx that way, so anyway, lovely down here by the lovely high country river. Beautiful and clear, lovely and cool. A lot of mosquitoes, but we've got that covered. So yeah, we're just going to have a quiet beer down here, enjoy the cool water, and then we'll head back up and grab some dinner. Thanks guys. So guys, tonight we're just having mince steak, minute steak I should say. Not sure if you can see from this angle, but I've got a bloody great big dent in it. Apparently that's from when you come off the motorbike, it can actually dent your frying pan and your plate. That's all good. Got a lovely little fire here, lovely and warm. We'll chuck some salad together on some plates. Someone forgot the flatbread. Someone forgot the flatbread. We won't mention who. Don't want to call names. But anyway, so it looks like it's going to be steak and salad rather than lovely steak salad wraps. But anyway, all good.
We're going to do the guys thing and go.
Morning guys, just come down to the creek here this morning. Little brother's still snoring away in his tent, which is great. Pretty tired, the poor little bugger's had a tough year. But yeah, really nice. So a four-wheel drive go through in about 10 minutes ago. Obviously looking for a camp spot as well. It's that time of the year between Christmas and New Year, so that's totally understandable. Pretty much every camp spot we went past was loaded, as my younger brother says. All the bases were loaded, so it's really nice to be able to get out in the bush and get a little place to yourself to explore and just have a campfire. We had ideas of coming back down to the creek here last night and spotting some trout in the river with our head torches, but of course a couple of beers later and a bit of a feed and jokes about bent up saucepans and frying pans and so forth, and that all fell away and we just ended up going to bed, but that's all good. Nothing to complain about. Really looking forward to getting out on the bike again this morning. I'm going to head up to a little town called Willow Grove. I'll probably catch a coffee there. Won't worry about doing breakfast or anything here this morning. And yeah, go for a big long squirt and then back around to his place and we'll wrap it up for the day. But yeah, really enjoying this motorcycle adventure business. I can see why guys are really getting into this in a big way. Once again, it sort of works with my minimalist ethos in that I'm still using the same small, tiny amount of equipment I've got, same tent, same cooking gear, same everything pretty much. It's just another way of getting out there. So whether that be in my car, hiking, the canoe, or now adventure bikes, it all still works from my perspective, and that is to get outdoors with a minimal amount of equipment. So I'll probably end up doing what my younger brother Steve's done. He bought second-hand motorcycles predominantly, wherever he could. So we get something that's, 5-10 years old, save a whole lot of money, and that allowed him to then put the money into safety equipment, helmets, jackets, and then in a lot of cases modifying the bikes themselves, putting the adventure towers on them, all that sort of gear, and you end up with a lighter weight bike at a much lower cost. So I'll probably do something similar to myself. If any of you guys out there got any experience on adventure bikes, love to get your input. Not really interested in the big GS 1200s, that type of thing. Currently looking at a Yamaha T7, that's another option for me. I like that. But if any of you boys are out there riding, let me know in the comments below. Love to hear your thoughts on what you prefer to ride and where you go with them. So yeah, we'll come back to you once we've got the bike set up again. So once again guys, he's taking me down a cliff face here pretty much. We've had to belay down on ropes.
I hate walking up hills.
So of course I've binned it halfway down, trying to use the first gear and the clutch and the back brake. Got in the gravel, boof, down I went like a bag of spuds. So of course Captain and Tennille over here had to then go back and drag both bikes down, which I thoroughly enjoyed watching, I'll be honest.
That's a red-bellied black snake. Not worried by me at all. But their venom is not as deadly. You can see he's flattening his head a little bit. He's feeling the vibrations of the other motorbike coming. He's a little bit nervous. I will step back. But yeah, he's doesn't like the vibrations of the motorbikes. yeah, not as deadly as the tigers and the browns and the inland taipans. But you can see he's not aggressive, he's not worried about us.
Just building the Blue Rock Dam, big water catchment for Victoria, built back in the 80s. Beautiful part of the world. Lovely clean water, of course, and just a stunning day. Not a breath of wind. Makes for warm riding, but as long as you're giving it the berries, which I don't, of course, and you stay nice and cool.